Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bandlab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. Today we've got Time to Kill by Scheiderer. So, without further ado, to the lab!
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
Time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent Bandlab track.
Time to Kill over here by Scheiderer on Bandlab. Jacob is repping 200 followers at Cult13, CULT13. And this track was actually sent to me by the Bandlab user Coco Bark, who mentioned that I should take a listen specifically for Jacob's songwriting. The description on this track is, been away working on music projects, decided it's been a while and I need to make a song myself. So this is it. Hope you enjoy. Went back to my roots a little bit for this one. Very minimalistic. Let's take a listen.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I'm a sucker for songs that start with a count in. I see you, Colby Calais. I love these bright acoustic tones. It's almost like a morning time vibe. Do, 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 do. Like a rise and shine.
This is taking on another form to me. It is breathing.
Let's check out these lyrics.
Something that I never thought I'd see, even when I'm dreaming. I've got time to kill.
I like woes. Any day of the week, put woes in a song and it's better for me.
I've got hours to fill with staring at the walls. When I try to make things right, everything around me falls.
Super relatable lyrics. I've got time to kill for life. Hours to fill with staring at the walls. Anytime I try to make things right, everything around me falls.
For me, and it's singing. Try to understand the words that they speak. My ears keep ringing.
Coco Bark was right. The songwriting is good. It's lyrical. It's straightforward.
I've got hours to fill with staring at the wall.
It really reminds me of Blind Melon.
When I try to make things right, everything around me falls.
Bringing the electric into the acoustic track. And focusing mainly on tone, not a ton of reverb or delay or anything like that. He's right, very minimalistic, and it really works here. It gave us something completely different for this portion of the song.
Most of us can't bring ourselves to believe in.
just want to sway your head.
Through. Don't you worry about me, you fight your demons.
I can see like a Sundance movie of a character walking down a street with like their satchel bag
I've got
through a city.
to kill for life.
The intro credits, maybe.
I've got hours to fill with staring at the walls. When I try to make things right, everything around me falls.
I like the fade out too. So the intro with the count-in as well as the ending with the ambient fade out. So whether it was intentional or not, it completely adds to the vibe. This vibe of just sitting in a room with your guitar, talking about life, writing songs, writing music about life. Jacob, this track was awesome. This track is, what's great about it is that on Bandlab Plus Coffee, we do our best to showcase music from a lot of different genres, and the idea that we can have this crazy upbeat dubstep style EDM track and then turn around and have this acoustic like singer-songwriter jam is so great to me, and it shows us that music has this potential to unlock the same feelings in different people in very different ways. This same song put together by a totally different artist could be a completely different song, even with the same concept, the same feelings, and it all just depends on how we soak in our music. So, what a great track, Jacob. Thank you so much. Two things I love and one thing I want more of. The first thing I love is, I mentioned it before, but this count-in and then the ending, both incredibly organic and add to the, in fact, I wouldn't say add to the vibe, but they make the vibe. This count-in tells me exactly what I'm about to hear. The room noise, the harmonics of the guitar, the count-in. This is, went back to my roots a little bit for this one, very minimalistic. This tells us exactly that. And then the way that we end with the ambient room noise. Let the guitar ring out. Ambient room noise. And not just ambient room noise, but you can hear Jacob shifting, which really adds value to this aesthetic. Every song paints a picture, whether you mean to or not. There's a picture painted by your music. Your music is visual, it's not just audio. And those two things truly create the bookends for what is, in fact, a very dynamic performance. We don't often think of this minimal style as being dynamic, often because it doesn't have the same rises and falls, or rather the same blatant rises and falls as something like a hip-hop beat or electronic music, or even pop music with its reverb swells and then multiple instruments dropping out and coming back in at different points in the song. But this is truly dynamic. So we're bookended by these things here, but our guitar chords, while they stay generally the same throughout the song, are being coupled with these lyrical moments, which then lead into the chorus that gives us the additional woes, as if maybe you're adding a synth to an electronic track to create more texture. And then you get to the electric guitar coming in and doing its thing for that solo, which is almost the same thing as a stab or, in a different genre of music, a guitar solo anywhere else. But what makes it special here is that everything is so minimal, and then we get something completely different. A very dynamic track, even though it is minimalistic and mainly focuses on the lyrical content. And what's crazy about that is that just proves that Jacob is really great at his craft, because he can make something truly dynamic with much less. And it is a treat for our ears. Speaking of woes for texture, that would be my thing number 2 that I love.
Got time to kill for life.
Crazy Blind Melon vibes here.
I've got hours to fill with staring at the wall.
It's almost as if I get Blind Melon, No Rain mixed with I'm Not Crazy by Rob Thomas. And you get the same visuals and totally different decades or times in musical history, right? I mean, what are they spread? Those two songs are spread 10-ish years apart, 10, 12 years apart. And yet they come together to inform this style of music right here, this minimal style. It just shows how timeless the acoustic singer-songwriter vibe is and will always be, regardless of how music evolves. We started by telling stories a long time ago historically, added some mandolin or some guitar to those, and even today, the singer-songwriter vibe is going strong. So the first thing I love, dynamics, mainly the bookends, beginning and end, setting up the vibe for the room. Someone just chilling there, doing their thing, counting in. And then the second thing I love is the woes in the chorus that really create a special atmosphere for what's happening. I've got time to kill for life. I've got hours to fill with staring at the walls. And when I try to make things right, everything around me falls. But the woes give us this false sense of triumph too. So always a fan of woes. Love the bookends to create the vibe, including the dynamics throughout. If there's one thing that I want more of, and it's totally just me, subjective, personal opinion and thought process on the music, when we get into this chorus here,
I've got time to kill for life.
I want a shaker.
I've got hours to fill with staring at the walls. When I try to make things
Just some kind of rhythm instrument that builds our chorus up slightly more than what it is right now. It's acoustic singer-songwriter. It doesn't need anything. What my ear wants is something rhythmy in the chorus. That's a very musical term, rhythmy, in the chorus. So if there's one thing I want more of, it would be for someone to add a rhythm section to this. And by rhythm, I mean percussion. So I apologize to anyone who is going nuts when I say the wrong word for the thing that I want. So some percussion for the chorus specifically. It may even be cool if someone out there on the lab plays cajon really well. And they did cajon for this track and then added the shaker to the chorus as well. So that would be what I would like to see. However, the track is perfect without it, definitely. Jacob Scheiderer on Bandlab at Colt13. Everyone make sure you head over there and follow. We're going to drop a like on this track because it was awesome. And don't forget to follow DJTatious on YouTube, Bandlab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, thanks for drinking coffee with me, and we'll see you on the next one.